Top news. The FTC says Rite Aid is misusing facial recognition technology to tag shoppers as shoplifters. The FBI, along with law enforcement agencies from the United Kingdom, Denmark, Germany, Spain, and Australia, have seized several websites and ransomware tools used by ALPHV, also known as Black Cat, which compromised the networks of more than 1,000 victims globally and extorted hundreds of millions of dollars. TechCrunch has more. Comcast is disclosing that hackers breached its Xfinity network and stole information from over 35 million customers. Hackers have struck Sony once again, releasing agreements, game files, HR correspondence, and more from Insomniac Games, a subsidiary of Sony Interactive Entertainment. Massive fundings. Harvey.ai, a one-year-old San Francisco startup whose mission is to help law firms by automating and streamlining various complex legal tasks and processes, raised in $80 million Series B round at a $715 million valuation. The deal leads were Alad Gill and Kleiner Perkins, with participation from the OpenAI Startup Fund and Sequoia. The company has raised a total of $100+ million. ShareChat, a Bengaluru startup that operates a social network in India, is in talks to raise a $50 million round at a sub-$0.5 billion valuation, reports TechCrunch, a steep drop from the $49 billion valuation it secured in a round early last year. Existing investors Temasek and Tencent are rumored to be involved in the financing. ShareChat has raised a total of $1.4+ billion. TechCrunch has the scoop. Big but not crazy big fundings. Halcyon, a 3-year-old Austin startup that specializes in protecting businesses from ransomware attacks through a range of tools, including anti-tamper protections and anti-data exfiltration software, raised a $40 million Series B round. Bain Capital Ventures led the transaction. The company has raised a total of $84 million. TechCrunch has more. Her, a 6-year-old London startup that operates a peer-to-peer clothing rental marketplace, raised a $12.7 million round. Preacher Ventures was the lead, while Octopus Ventures, Ascension, and D4 Ventures also contributed. The company has raised a total of $10 million. The industry fashion has more. Imprimed, a 6-year-old startup based in Mountain View, CA, that began by treating canine cancer and now aims to provide personalized cancer treatment for humans by predicting the effectiveness of drugs for individual patients, raised a $23 million Series A round. SBVA was the deal lead, with HRZ Han River Partners, SK Telecom, KDB Silicon Valley, Ignite Innovation Fund, Samyang Chemical Group, Murex Partners, and Bioxen also piling on. TechCrunch has more. SimSpace, an 8-year-old Boston startup that creates digital replicas of organizations' tech and networking stacks for cybersecurity training, raised a $45 million round. L2 Point Management was the deal lead. The company has raised a total of $70 million. TechCrunch has more. Switch Energy, a 7-year-old startup based in Rennes, France, that is creating clean electricity from an osmotic process related to the difference in salt concentration between seawater and river water, raised a $27.4 million Series A round. Revolution Environmental at Solidaire was the lead investor, with Demeter Investment Managers, Go Capital, Positive Future Capital, and CNR also participating. EU Startups has more. Unnatural Products, a 6-year-old startup based in Santa Cruz, CA, that combines artificial intelligence and chemistry to create new drugs, specifically focusing on synthetic molecules that imitate natural macrocycles for various medical treatments, raised a $32 million Series A round co-led by Merck Global Health Innovation Fund and Artis Ventures, with additional participation from First Spark Ventures, The Venture Collective, Humane Ventures, Longevc, and Not Boring Capital. Smaller fundings. EthaFuels, a 1-year-old Chicago and Singapore startup that specializes in creating liquid fuels for aviation and ocean shipping using waste carbon sources like captured CO2 and industrial waste gases, raised an $85 million pre-series A round in convertible notes from JetBlue Ventures, TechEnergy Ventures, Doral Energy Tech Ventures, Foothill Ventures, and previous investor Zora Innovation. Anya, a 4-year-old startup based in Hamburg and Lisbon that provides a digital twin platform to renewable energy companies interested in automating the maintenance of their infrastructure and optimizing performance, raised a $3 million seed round led by Voyager Ventures, with Innoport and Faber Ventures also anteing up. Breaker, a 3-year-old Austin startup whose platform connects emerging musicians with social media influencers, facilitating marketing campaigns for music by leveraging influencer reach and engagement, raised a $0.9 million round at a $20 million valuation. Investors included Andreessen Horowitz, Precursor Ventures, Plexo Capital, WNDRCO, Quiet Capital, and Mark Benioff. The company has raised a total of $87 million. TechCrunch has more. Liminal Space, a 4-year-old Los Angeles startup that aims to create immersive 3D experiences without the need for headsets, raised a $25 million round. Investors included Avex USA, Hibino Corp., Luminous, and Sanon Optoelectronics. Tech Funding News has more. Strike Graph, a 3-year-old Seattle startup that helps to streamline compliance processes for HIPAA, SOC 2, and other security programs, raised a $85 million round. BAMCap led the investment, with Madrona Information Venture Partners and Rise of the Rest also pitching in. The company has raised a total of $24 million. GeekWire has more. Tomtex, a 3-year-old New York startup, raised a $25 million seed round. The syndicate was made up of Happiness Capital, Sauce of Parley for the Oceans, and Meg Capital. The company has raised a total of $415 million. JustStyle has more. Turngate, a startup founded this year based in Ellicott City, MD, that helps security analysts visualize complex log data, raised a $5 million seed round. The deal was led by Paladin Capital Group.